for 2 years, my phone has been on permanent do not disturb. I will never get a single notification while we're having a conversation. Nothing will ding or buzz on my person to ever remove me from the conversation I'm in. So one of the reason why I did that is because when I was with the monks, I was probably day 10. I'm sitting with Father Francis in his office, and he's got his books around and his brown robe and black belt, and I'm crying, having this existential crisis. So I'm talking to the monk, and he's there, and he's looking at me in the eyes, and all of a sudden I hear bzz, bzz, and his phone goes off in the middle of my talk, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, Carlos," and he picks it up, and he goes, he puts it back down, and I go, "Did you just do that to me? Wow. Did the monk just have this, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, like I had a Facebook notification or whatever." And what it did is it took me away from my present reality. I honestly believe that with social media, it's really the notifications that pull us away from pull us into an alternate universe. That's the problem. Yeah, there's going to be problems with addictions to dopamine and likes and things like that. And yes, the big tech companies want us on their phone. They want us addicted. They want us, all those things. But when I turn my phone on a do not disturb, and I never get dings and buzzes anymore, the amount of times that I pick up my phone has probably decreased 70%. What I used to pick it up, because I pick it up for everything. And then you see an ESPN notification, then you're on Instagram, then you're on email, then you're thinking about work, then it's another thing. No, turn them all off. They'll all be waiting for you when you pick up your phone. They'll all be sitting there and okay, well now I'm in charge of going to it instead of it dictating to me when I go to it. So I think a larger conversation is the need for those companies to have us on their apps and on their things. And listen, I'm just as sad as everyone else about TikTok. Like that has gotten me through a lot of trauma in my life. But I do feel like we can, and I have become way more in charge of it instead of it being in charge of me.
All right, family, welcome back to my desk. Today, we're talking about something that seems small, but can radically reshape your life. Turning off your phone notifications, not throwing away your phone, not deleting all your apps, just one simple shift, pressing do not disturb. It sounds easy, right? But stay with me. Let's rewind to the late 1800s. A Russian physiologist named Ivan Pavlov was studying digestion in dogs. He noticed something curious. Every time his lab assistants walked in to feed the dogs, they would start drooling before the food even touched their mouths. That got him thinking, so he designed an experiment. Every time he fed the dogs, he rang a bell. Over and over. Food, then bell. Food, then bell. Eventually, the dogs didn't need the food at all to start salivating. The bell itself triggered the drooling. This became known as classical conditioning, training the brain to associate one stimulus with another. Now, here's the part that should hit us hard. Pavlov's bell has become our phone notifications. Every ding, buzz, or vibration is our bell. And we're the dog, conditioned, trained, salivating, not for food, but for attention, affirmation, and even distraction. And most of the time, there's not even anything meaningful waiting for us when we pick up the phone. But our brains, they've already been programmed to respond. Think about it. Pavlov's dogs weren't salivating because they were truly hungry. They were reacting out of conditioning. In the same way, many of us are picking up our phones because we actually need what's on them. We're just responding to the bell. And when that happens all day, every day, we stop living intentionally. We're no longer fully present in conversations, meals, worship, or even silence. Here's the good news. You can break the cycle. Just like Pavlov trained the dogs, you can retrain yourself. By putting your phone on Do Not Disturb, you break the association between the bell and your automatic reaction. Instead of being pulled into distraction, you give yourself permission to stay anchored in reality. It's a simple act, but a profound one. Suddenly you notice things you've been missing. You hear the subtle tone in a loved one's voice. You feel the warmth of a meal shared without interruption. You start living instead of just reacting. On a spiritual level, this connects deeply with Psalm 46:10, where it says, "Be still and know that I am God." Being still isn't just about dropping your body, it's about quieting the noise in your mind. If your head is on constant alert for every buzz and vibration, how can you hear the whisper of God? Sometimes the most powerful spiritual discipline isn't adding another devotion or Bible plan. It's silencing the digital bells long enough to notice God's presence. So here's my challenge for you. Experiment with your own conditioning. Tonight or tomorrow, put your phone on Do Not Disturb for 1 hour. No buzzes, no rings, no pings, just you and the moment. Notice how your mind reacts. Notice the itch to check. And notice how freeing it feels when you realize the world doesn't end if you don't respond instantly. The truth is, life is happening right now. The notifications aren't where your joy is. The buzz isn't where your peace is. Reality is here. Presence is here. So I want to hear from you. What's one notification that distracts you the most? Is it text? Is it emails? Is it social media alerts? Drop it in the comments. I love to hear and start a conversation around how we can all refrain ourselves and live more present lives. If this conversation sparks something inside of you, don't forget to like this video and share this with someone who might need to remember to silence the bell and reclaim their reality. Until next time, thank you for joining me at my desk. I'm Dr. Dandridge. Remember, your phone doesn't deserve your constant attention, but your life does.